like to introduce our first speaker for the day. He is going to be representing the SNTF subsidiary of EPE Rail Electric from Algeria, and he is the CTO, Mr. Mehdi Dib. Please welcome him to the stage. He's going to be chatting to us about open source rail initiatives and transforming Africa's rail future through collaboration and innovation. Let's give him a warm round of applause.
Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm glad to be with you today. A small disclaimer, so I would like to say, excuse my English. It's a work in progress. If you spot a mistake, please consider it part of the charm, okay? So, my name is Dib Mehdi. I'm currently serving as a Deputy CEO and CTO at EPE Rail Electric in Algeria, with some experience across various branches of the railway sector, including electric traction, signal system, and preventive and predictive maintenance. I've had the opportunity to both witness and be part of the transformation of Algeria's railway infrastructure. So we are part of Groupe de Construction Ferroviaire, which is the railway construction group. It's a state-owned holding company consolidating Algeria's key railway construction and infrastructure enterprises under one entity. So GCF, which is the abbreviation, unites four key players. So from right to left, we have CTRI for technical studies, Infrafer for infrastructural and aggregates, Infrarai for civil works and fabrication, and Regulator, which is my company, for electrification, to deliver an end-to-end rail solution for the rail network. The image pictures the President of Algeria, Mr. Abdelmajid Tebboune, inaugurating 100-kilometer Bashar Abedda rail line in the southwestern desert region. This event signifies more than just an opening of a station. It represents Algeria's commitment to expanding a railway network. Thank you. So here you have the Algerian map. Algeria is currently undertaking several major railway projects. The biggest is the Trans-Saharan Railway, a planned 2,400-kilometer line connecting Algiers to Tamarast, aiming to link Mediterranean coast with the southern border near Niger. We have also the Western Mining Railway, which is between 575-kilometer line under construction to facilitate transportation of iron from Gauj Bilad in Sahara Desert to the northern processing facilities. We have also the Western Mining Railway 422-kilometer line from Annaba, the city I came from, to Bled Derba, which is in the eastern part, undergoing modernization to support mineral transport, particularly phosphate, from Jebel Aoun line. And as you can see in the map, a huge network expansion planned to extend the national railway network to 15,000 kilometers by 2035, more than tripling its current length, which is around 4,900 kilometers. So, building is good, it's inspiring, it's huge, but it's also about making sure what we build today will still work 10, 20, 40, 50 years from now. So, that means strong planning, regular maintenance, and training people on the ground. Talking about sustainability and the lifetime of products, let me share something real. So in Eastern Algeria, in my early year in railway, I once found a rail signal relay built in 1984. It had passed 4 technical inspections and had rated for 100 million cycles. And that's over 270 years of daily use if it operated 1,000 times a day, and it's still working. So now compare that to some of our high-tech electronic systems. We operate with them in Algiers, so they fail just after a few years. They are expensive and sometimes impossible to repair without vendor support. That one example changed how I see things. And it's not just about modern something work, it's about functionality, repairability, and the long-term value. So let me share the real-life challenge we've encountered during our on-site work and the open source solutions we have internally adopted to overcome that. Okay, so let's start with 3 quick examples from the ground. So the first one is SCADA and signal system integration. In some region in Algeria, railway network includes SCADA and signal system from different vendors and eras. Each one built with its own technology, often without considering future interoperabilities. So this results in a fragmented system where one part of the network can't easily share data with another. It also affects real-time decision making and control room visibility and can lead to inefficiencies and manual intervention. Today, we're looking at how to overcome these barriers without compromising safety and performance. So, the diversity of our system comes from natural evolutions, projects implemented in different times with the best tools available then. Unfortunately, this leads to a patchwork of protocols and architectures, many of which don't speak to each other. For security, SCADA and signaling are also often kept isolated, which is good for protection but bad for coordination. Now, we are exploring standard protocols like OPC, UA, and middleware layers to create secure bridges between systems without exposing vulnerabilities. So we use open source tools like Eclipse Milo, Node-RED, and Mosquito to build secure low-cost bridge between systems with OPCU and middleware, as I told you. So now, no exposed risk in this solution. Challenge 2, a major challenge we face is maintaining old substations and signal systems that use components no longer supported. Some of these parts are discontinued, undocumented, and tied to vendors that no longer exist. So we can't buy replacement, and we not given repair instructions. So when equipment becomes obsolete and vendors stop supporting it, we turn to reverse engineering. So we recreate kinematics, identify replacements, and for this, we use open source solutions like KiCad with its huge library to redraw kinematics and PCDs, and SIGROC to analyze signals from logic analyzers that we use. So the third major challenge we face is the absence of predictive maintenance strategy. Today, most of our intervention happen only during or after something fails. So, meaning we operate in a reactive mode. There is no automated system to analyze conditions and forecast failure before it happens. This leads to unexpected breakdown, operational delays, and higher repair costs. It also limits our ability to plan resources and avoid service disruption. Moving toward predictive maintenance, which means real-time monitoring, analytics, and alert, helping us shift from crisis response to prevention. For example, electrification maintenance is not just technical, it's a logistics challenge. So track obsession times to do the maintenance, which we call temps de consignation de vol, is short and strict. That's why we push the predictive maintenance, not reactive fixes. So As a response to the absence of predictive maintenance, our team developed an in-house catenary inspection service focused on overhead line systems. This tool is based on open source technology, allowing flexibility, low cost, and full control over customization. It enables us to capture, process, and analyze feed data regularly. So through this, we detect stagger misalignment in the contact line before it causes pantograph damage. Arcing event with, we correlate them to root cause like contact loss and contamination, and occasional track-related anomalies that affect overhead performance. So we use Euro V5 to detect pantograph in video feeds from outboard camera. The model is trained with annotated footage across lightning and speed conditions. Here you can see an examples where you can see like pantograph in different positions, and you can detect it in real time or in recorded videos. So after that, we lay out this like trained model to the footage comes from outboard camera, and once we detect the pantograph, we overlay virtual lines. The contact wire deviation from this line gives us the stagger at each point. By mapping contact point, we create a dynamic graph of stagger along the road, lightening abnormal drift early. So here you can see like some of the standard layers that we can use in order to detect like pantograph and contact with the contact line. And you can see like a graph that I'll show you later, like how do we like connect these data in order to extract like the graph of the staggering. And we also try to deviate like the algorithm in order like to detect one contact wire and not the two. So in this video, it's just a script, but like we developed later a graphical interface that we use in order to get like real-time issues. So in here you can see the stagger graph to detect in real time based on the situation. Okay, so we train our system to detect arcing flash also by recognizing intensity bursts in the contact zone. Each event is logged with the exact telemetric point and the train speed, allowing us to localize problem with precision and observe speed-dependent anomalies. So here you can see like some of the example. The system can take a screenshot and send it to you in real time, and they can even like send the exact GPS point. So we also integrate sensor data directly from the train. So we got like the acceleration, the current draw, and more. By combining this with the virtual data, we can detect track level issues like uplift, tension loss, or pantograph bounce caused by physical defect in the line or the trunk. There is an example of the issue we mentioned before with the kilometric point and also the exact GPS point. So one critical maintenance linked operation is the remote command from the control post to raise or lower the pantograph. It's used for safety, especially before neutral section, maintenance zone, or non-electrified track. we studied issues around this process, and in one case, the problem wasn't technical, but was human. So the train driver's reaction was delayed, which led to an unsafe situation. And we do this by also using our train model for the pantograph. So you can see that he didn't detect at first like the pantograph, and then like when it went like higher, it was detected. So you can see that again. So let me end by sharing something simple. It's Open Source Railway Initiative, or OSR. So it started from a common reality many of us across Africa face: old equipment, hard to find parts, sometimes limited manufacturer support, and tight budget. So instead of struggling alone, OSR created an open to share what works. So from repair tips to tested open source tools, both software and hardware, you can find or we can share in one place all these issues. So think about a practical solution from smart station management or preventive maintenance planning, or open source ticketing and inventory tools, signal and SCADA alternative solutions, locally built diagnostic hardware. We don't claim to have all the answer or all the open source solution for all these issues, but we can share in one place all just the practical help or all the issue that we face, and we can work together to adopt already created open source solutions for the railway. Okay, so you can check the website osrail.eco in order to see. It's we only shared 2 or 3 things now, so it's empty now, but together we can make something big, something big. So thank you so much for listening, and see you soon during the event. Bye.